Up to this point in the build series, I haven't really gotten into some of the things that I've run into on this project. Um, if you've been following along, you've watched the project progress, and a lot of the things that I've run into, I haven't addressed yet. And so these videos that are going to be in between the build videos are going to be a way to bridge the previous video with the next video. It'll give me an opportunity to answer any questions anyone has. Want to give you guys a closer look at things because in the build videos, it's not really capturing everything. Up to this point, this has been a very challenging project. I've had to make some adjustments that you guys have not seen yet. So let's get into it. One of my favorite parts of this build so far has been putting down the floor sheathing. This floor sheathing I had ripped out of Advantech OSB. That's why it has that look. The stamps on here, I made custom stamps. The TR is for Timber Reimagine, and then it says floor sheathing on it. The rips of OSB are not perfect, and so there are some areas of the floor that sit higher than others. There aren't any major areas that are going to be affected by that. So there's an area that the floor sheathing is higher than the one next to it. In the last video, this area I was trying to knock it down because it was probably one of the worst. That's probably a good 1/8 of an inch right there. Here's a couple areas of the floor where the floor sheathing is flush and there's no high spots. So another area that's a little funky is right here. The house transitions to the garage. Here, let me show you. Yeah, that's not that bad. It's probably 1/16 in on that corner of the house with the garage wall. So that's actually not that bad. But still, that could be better. Alright, so here's the garage wall. You can see that part of the top plate is missing. So when I build this wall, I'm actually going to take this part of the house of this top plate off, and the garage top plate for this section I'm going to have just come right through here. So it's going to interlock those two walls. There's a low spot in the foundation right here at the corner, which you can see that the top plate is not fastened to the bottom part. So that's gonna have to get fixed when we're building the walls. Here at the garage opening, you can see that some of it has chipped off. And this was such a small spot that the framing and everything, in my opinion, doesn't look that great. So we'll see what happens when we actually frame the wall. This part of the garage, I left the top plate off because I'm going to do the same thing where I overlap the top plate into the house. You can see here that the middle of the foundation wall has a hump in it, and on the left side it kind of dips down, so it's affected the framing in this area. So when it comes to the top of the wall, we should be able to make it work. And here in a couple other areas, there are some small differences with where the walls sit. So we'll have to make some adjustments as we stand the walls up. Now you can see in this area, the foundation is not totally square. And I put the sill plate to the outside of the foundation wall. You can see that it's hanging over. And then I corrected it with the floor framing. And so there's about a 1/8 of an inch difference. So we'll see what happens as we put wall sheathing on it and the siding. So I gotta say that, you know, there's nothing that's majorly wrong. That, you know, there's nothing that I have royally jacked up. Since the footings, I've been having to make slight adjustments here and there. Everything has kind of moved a little bit. You know, I wanted to make those many adjustments? Maybe not, because I was trying to stick to how you would actually build a house. But you know, at the end of the day, this is a model, and I'm getting pretty close. So, you know, I think when in the next video when I go to build the walls, um, you know, I'm just gonna have to take off, you know, sand off high spots, um, maybe make some adjustments here and there. You know, I really, I think over in that one area with the garage, I'm gonna have to make the studs just a little bit longer where it dipped down in the foundation, but I think that'll be okay. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to start framing the walls. I'm going to, the way I was taught to frame the first floor walls was to leave the top plate attached to the floor, build the wall, then stand the wall up, and then nail each. Well, I won't be nailing, but uh, that's how I was taught. You nail each stud um, once you got the wall stood up. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to try. Uh, I originally I originally made a mock-up of the foundation wall when I went to make it, because I wanted to see what it would do before I actually poured this whole thing. I was going to do a mock-up of the wall to see how it would come together. I think you guys are going to watch me do it for the first time. I think that's what we're going to do. When I had the idea to do this, you know, I'm not following a guide or anything. I'm taking my knowledge of construction and thinking how can I replicate that, and that's what each step has been. You know, each step of the way, I've just used my imagination to try to mimic each aspect of building a house so far, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm going to keep trying different things. You know, if you've seen my first video compared to now, you know, you'll see that there's been a big change in how I've been making the videos, and I'm gonna keep tweaking things until I find, you know, what works best. And I think that me talking in the videos and, you know, bringing you guys on this journey, I think it's gonna be good. So. You know, I think anytime you start something new in life, you know, yeah, this is just building model houses, but you know, I'm gonna take this as far as I can, but I think when you start something new in life, you don't wait until you have the perfect time to start, or you don't start when you have everything lined up or you've researched enough, to start. There's never the right time. And, it's been well over a year that I've been working on this. Um, a lot of it was, making the table to hold all the dirt. Um, you know, the countless hours I spent making everything by hand. Um, when I started this, I knew nothing about editing or anything like that. So I think that it goes to show that if there's something that you guys want to do, you just move in that direction. Um, there's been a lot that I've done on this project so far that I'm going to change for the next house. Um, but man, that's the fun of it. Trying different things, being creative. Um, this is a big uh, release for me. To come out here and to get lost in this. I feel like a kid when I'm working on it. Um, and speaking of kids, I got three of them, so I got a lot. I got a lot in front of me that's got to get taken care of first before I can do this. So I've had plenty of reasons to not start it. I've had plenty of reasons to not keep going, but it's just it's just a joy, man. It's just a joy. So yeah, if you guys like this and you want to see more videos where I go in depth in them, let me know. If you guys have questions, um, let me know in the comments, and I can answer them in them in there. But I can also in these videos take the opportunity to expand on things or share what I'm thinking. I want to try to keep the build videos, you know, to uh, to building, but unless there's a major problem, then we can talk through that in the video. But I think that this is a much more personal approach to the project. Um, so yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it thus far. Please let me know of any recommendations you guys have. I love talking to people about this and getting different perspectives, and I've already gotten some really good ones that I'm excited to try out down the road. So yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next one.